This is going to be a quick video, another in my series of solar videos showing and explaining my solar panel setup. And in this video I want to show you how I ran these solar cables down into my car from the top. That was one thing I was really concerned about, and that I thought a lot about and tried to figure out what other people had done. Drilling a hole in the top of my car and running the wires through that way was not an option for me. I just didn't want to do that. I didn't want to have to explain, in case I sold the car in the future, why there was a half-inch hole in the ceiling. Not something I wanted to deal with. Also, I don't have a sunroof, so there was no way for me to snake the cables in that way. I know some people have done that and it's worked well for them. I thought about just running the cable down and then just having the cable go into the car and just shutting the door onto the cable. There were two problems with that. One, it wasn't waterproof. I tried that and I poured some water on and the water came through into the inside of the car. And two, it kind of kinked the cable in a weird way, and I don't know if that would have messed it up long term, but I didn't really like the way that it looked, the way that it treated the cable. But I have come across a solution that has worked well for me. I'm on a road trip right now. I'm a couple thousand miles into this road trip, and I've been using this setup the whole time, and it has been working well for me. My panel is mounted to the top of my cargo box. I have another video that shows how I did that if you're interested. I'll put a link in the description. But the panel is on the cargo box. Yours can be on the roof, it doesn't matter. Mine just happens to be on the cargo box. You can see the cables running down from the panel, then they go under the cargo box and come out right here. They go over the side rail there. At first I had them just underneath here, but then it kind of rubbed the top of the car in a way that I didn't like. You can still see the marks there. I haven't really tried to get them off yet, but I found that by putting it over the side rail and then using a rubberized twisty tie, a gear tie, to kind of hold them in place, that has worked well with keeping the cables off from the top of the car so that they wouldn't rub away the paint or anything like that. So anyway, the cables run down, and I have these reflector things. These are key to my setup. I have them on all my windows. I got them from a website that I can't remember the name of right now, autoanything.com. I don't know, I'll put it on the screen right now and put a link in the description. But these work great, and the cable goes underneath here, and the window is open about a 1/4 of an inch. Can you see that? Right here. And so the cable runs in to the car through that 1/4 inch opening. These are some window screens that I made and that I offer for sale on my website. Your car may or may not have those. It doesn't matter if they do or not. But the important thing is this cable here. It runs straight down into this box that houses the batteries and the charge controller and the inverter and all that good stuff. And so you want to make sure that when the doors open, there's enough slack in the system, like there's enough slack up here really, so that you can open up the door all the way and it's not tugging on anything. And then when you close it, it's not sticking out crazy far or anything like that. Now you might have a couple questions about this setup. One, what about wind noise? Can you hear the wind coming in when you're driving down the highway? Yes, absolutely you can. Doesn't really bother me that much. It's not a big deal. I can still listen to music and podcasts and not feel like I need to crank the volume up super high. It's noticeable, but it's not so annoying that it makes it not work for me. Your mileage may vary. I don't know. Second thing, does water get in? No, not yet anyway. I haven't driven through really crazy rainstorms, but I have had rain. No water got in, and you know, the visor things. These things protect water from getting in this way. I suppose water could kind of run up if you're driving at high speeds. Could run up and then go in up there. That hasn't happened to me. If that does happen to you, just disconnect the cables and reconnect them when you get to wherever you're going where it's not raining so much anymore. That's it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions. It has worked really well for me. You could also, like, I guess, put some foam pieces up in that 1/4 inch gap. You know, you could make it work so that there's not wind noise, but it doesn't bother me that much, and it works well for me, so I'm happy with the way it is. That's it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them.